Mercedes-Benz ownership can cost you more than you planned, and it almost always comes from a handful of specific models that look absolutely perfect from the outside. We're talking about a $15,000 engine replacement that arrives just after the warranty expires, a balanced shaft failure that forces a full engine-out repair before the car hits 80,000 miles, and an ignition system so fragile that a $10 motor inside your steering column can brick a $50,000 car overnight. Today, the imposter, the piston cracker, the balanced shaft bomb. 3 C-Class models to approach with serious caution. And the Goldilocks Mercedes, the one that represents C-Class ownership exactly as it's supposed to feel, and almost nobody is talking about it. By the end, you'll know whether the C-Class you're looking at is the smartest buy in this segment or a repair bill you haven't met yet. Worst 3, 2001, 2003 Mercedes-Benz C240, the imposter. Step into a 2001 C240 and the first impression holds up. The 3-pointed star on the hood, the solid thunk of the door closing, the leather-wrapped wheel in your hands. It feels like a Mercedes. It smells like a Mercedes. For the first year or two of ownership, it mostly behaves like one. But here's what happens once the miles start stacking up. The W203 was born during the Daimler-Chrysler merger era, a period that Mercedes engineers still don't like talking about. Accountants got involved in decisions that should have stayed with engineers. The result is a car where the electronics are not a feature, they are a liability. The dashboard starts clicking, not a dramatic failure, just a quiet, persistent clicking from behind the instrument cluster. That's the stepper motor. The tiny components that drive your gauge needles failing one by one. It starts with the fuel gauge, then the temperature, then the speedometer. It's not dangerous on its own, but it signals something bigger. This car's electronics are degrading, and they will keep degrading. Then comes the EIS, the electronic ignition switch. This is the component that reads your key and authorizes the car to start. When it fails, the car doesn't start. Not hard to start. Not needs a jump, just nothing. A replacement at the dealer runs $1,200 or more for a car you might have paid $1,500 for in the first place. And then there's the wiring. Some W203 models use soy-based insulation on certain wiring harnesses, an early attempt at eco-friendly manufacturing. Rodents love it. Squirrels, rats, mice, they chew through it like it's food, because it is. The resulting shorts are nearly impossible to diagnose without a full harness inspection, and a replacement harness runs $2,000 or more. One owner on a Mercedes forum put it plainly, "I bought it because it looked like a real Mercedes." Turns out, it looked like one. That's about where the similarity ended. If you're looking at one of these on the used market, the only question worth asking is whether the EIS has been replaced and whether the wiring harness has been inspected. If the seller doesn't know or hesitates, that hesitation is your answer. Worst 2, 2015 Mercedes-Benz C300, the piston cracker. The 2015 C300 is one of the most beautiful C-Class models ever built. The W205 interior was a genuine leap forward, turbine-style vents, a dashboard that felt closer to the S-Class than anything in the segment, and a driving experience that finally felt modern. At the dealership, this was the car that made you forget your budget, and for the first stretch of ownership, it delivered on every one of those feelings. But here's what happens once the warranty expires. The 2015 model year was the first year of the W205, and it carried a manufacturing defect in the M274 engine that Mercedes enthusiasts now call the wrist pin failure. The wrist pin is the small component that connects the piston to the connecting rod. In early production M274 units, it was incorrectly sized. It creates a faint rattle, easy to dismiss as a cold start quirk. Then, the piston begins to move in ways it was never designed to move. Then, it shatters. And when a piston shatters inside a running engine, it doesn't just damage itself. It takes the engine block with it. Repair bills for this failure have run as high as $15,000. That's not a worst-case outlier. That's the figure appearing repeatedly in owner forums and dealership service records. And it doesn't travel alone. Some 2015 models also had panoramic sunroofs where the adhesive bonding the glass panel failed at highway speeds. The panel doesn't crack, it separates. Mercedes issued a recall, but if you're buying used and the recall hasn't been completed, you're driving a car with a glass panel held in place by faith. One owner described it this way: "I loved everything about it. Then at 58,000 miles, it started ticking. The dealer quoted me $14,800. The car was worth $11,000. The smart move here is simple. If you want a W205, start from 2016 or later when the piston issue had been addressed. Confirm the sunroof recall is closed before you sign anything. The 2015 is a trap dressed as a bargain." If this is saving you from a 5-figure mistake, hit the like button. It helps us get this research in front of more buyers before they sign anything. Now, the one you really need to know about. Worst one, 2006-2008 Mercedes-Benz C230, the balance shaft bomb. This one might genuinely surprise you. The 2006 C230 was supposed to be the turning point. The W203 had earned a reputation for cheap electronics and cost-cut interiors. The 2006 refresh brought in the new M272 V6, a modern, smooth engine that looked like the answer to everything the previous generation got wrong. It was the safe choice. The updated choice. The one buyers pointed to as proof that Mercedes had fixed its problems. Here's what the brochure didn't say. The M272 uses a balance shaft, a secondary shaft that runs alongside the crankshaft to smooth out engine vibration. That shaft is driven by a gear, and that gear was made from an alloy that was too soft for the job. It doesn't fail suddenly, it wears. Slowly, invisibly, over tens of thousands of miles, the teeth on that gear grind down. The engine stays smooth. The car drives normally. There are no warning lights, there is no rattle, there is nothing to tell you that your engine is quietly going out of time, until it isn't quiet anymore. When the gear wears past the point of no return, the balance shaft loses synchronization with the crankshaft. The engine misfires. Codes P16 or P17 appear, and by the time those codes show up, the damage to the camshaft phasers and the variable valve timing system has already compounded. It's not one failure. It's one failure that multiplies into 3. To fix it, the engine has to come out of the car, not a top-end repair, not a quick swap. The entire engine, removed, disassembled, and rebuilt. Repair bills run between $4,000 and $6,000 at an independent shop. At a dealer, add 30 to 40% for a car you might have bought for $7,000. A mechanic who works on these regularly said it plainly. The M272 balance shaft is the one I warn every customer about. By the time they bring it in with those codes, I already know what the bill is going to look like. It's always the same story. The cruelest part? Mercedes knew. Technical service bulletins acknowledging the balance shaft wear issue exists. They were never escalated to a full recall. Owners outside the warranty window paid for a problem the manufacturer had already documented. Here's what you can do before buying one. Plug in an OBD2 scanner that reads manufacturer-specific codes, not just the generic ones. If you see P16 or P17 codes, walk away. If the codes are clear, ask for documentation of the balance shaft service. If it hasn't been done and the car is past 60,000 miles, budget for it immediately. Those 3 are the cautionary tales. Knowing them puts you ahead of the vast majority of buyers walking into dealerships and scrolling used listings right now. But this isn't just a warning, it's a guide. Because Mercedes-Benz has also produced some genuinely exceptional C-Class models. Cars that mechanics quietly recommend when nobody's watching. Cars that long-term owners run past 200,000 miles without drama. Cars that deliver the prestige of the 3-pointed star without the repair shop becoming your second home. The 4 you're about to see are what Mercedes looks like when it gets everything right. And the number 1 pick, the one we're building toward, is probably not the one you're expecting. It's not the newest, it's not the most powerful, but it is the one the data keeps pointing at, and the one mechanics reach for when someone asks what to actually buy. Best 4, 2008, 2011 Mercedes-Benz C300, C350, the Autobahn workhorse. The early W204 doesn't get talked about the way it should. It's not the flashiest C-Class, it doesn't have the digital dash or the ambient lighting of newer models, and in a used car lot full of shinier options, it's easy to walk straight past it. That, it turns out, is exactly why it's worth knowing about. After the W203 era damaged Mercedes' reputation for quality, the engineering team was given a mandate: build something unbreakable. The result was a car that went through 2 million kilometers of road testing before it reached a single showroom. That's not a marketing number. That's a program designed to find every failure point before the customer did. The C300 and C350 of this generation use the M272 V6, and yes, it's the same engine family flagged in the worst section. Here's the distinction. The balance shaft issue primarily affects the 2006-2008 production window. By 2008, the gear material had been revised. On a well-documented example with the balance shaft service completed, this engine is a different proposition entirely. Smooth, torquey, and built to last. Inside, the W204 has an angular, purposeful dashboard that feels like it was designed to survive rather than impress. The infotainment screen tucks flush into the dashboard when not in use. A clean, uncluttered look that modern screens jutting out like fingerprint magnets simply cannot match. The driving position is commanding without being aggressive. It floats over road imperfections in a way that flat-equipped competitors simply don't. One owner who's been running theirs for 190,000 miles, I keep waiting for something expensive to happen. So far, just maintenance. That's all it's ever asked for. One thing to check before buying: rear subframe corrosion on cars from the Rust Belt states. Mercedes extended the warranty coverage for this issue, but on high mileage examples, get underneath and look before you commit. For buyers who want a genuine Mercedes experience at an $8,000, $12,000 entry point, this is the answer that keeps getting overlooked. W204 or W205, drop your pick in the comments. Best 3, 2019, 2021 Mercedes-AMG C43, the all-season athlete. Most people assume that if you want an AMG, you're signing up for a maintenance bill to match the performance. The C43 is the exception that breaks that assumption. The 2019 facelift W205 C43 is the AMG that was built to be driven every day, in every condition, without requiring a dedicated savings account. 4MATIC all-wheel drive means it doesn't care about winter. 385 horsepower from a twin-turbocharged 3-liter V6 means it doesn't care about the car next to it at the light. And a 9-speed automatic means it doesn't care about traffic. Here's what makes this engine more interesting than it looks on paper. The block underneath those twin turbos is the same fundamental architecture as the naturally aspirated M276 from the W204 C350, an engine with a documented track record of reaching 200,000 miles on routine maintenance. Mercedes took a proven, robust foundation and added modern forced induction on top of it. The result is an AMG that doesn't carry the fragility of a purpose-built performance engine. The 2019 facelift also brought a larger infotainment screen, a digital instrument cluster, and an AMG exhaust that delivers the pops and crackles of the larger V8 models without the V8 fuel bill. Servicing runs around $300. A full brake job is roughly $1,200, about half what the C63 AMG demands. Against the Audi S4 of the same era, the C43 is the emotional choice. The Audi is more clinical, more precise, more perfectly assembled. The Mercedes has a personality. Every tunnel becomes an event. Every on-ramp is a reminder of why you bought it. In terms of real-world performance, the C43 competes directly with cars costing significantly more, at a fraction of the depreciated used car price. One owner said, "I've had it 3 years. 2 winters, 1 track day, and about 40,000 miles. It's never once made me feel like I made the wrong call." C43 or C63, which would you trust for the next 100,000 miles? Drop it below. Best 2 1998 2000 Mercedes-Benz C280, the bulletproof cruiser. Here's a model that gets dismissed almost immediately by buyers who associate age with risk. It's old. It doesn't have a touchscreen. It doesn't have driver assistance systems. And on paper, a 25-year-old Mercedes sounds like a project, not a purchase. The data tells a different story. The late model W202 C280 is powered by the M112 V6, a 2.8-liter SOHC engine that is widely regarded as one of the most durable power plants Mercedes ever produced. No turbochargers to fail, no balance shaft to wear, no timing chain stretch issues, just a naturally aspirated V6 that was engineered to run and run and run. 250,000 miles on original engines and transmissions is not unusual for well-maintained examples. That's not foreign mythology. That's a documented ownership pattern across a generation of cars that were built before cost-cutting became the dominant engineering philosophy at Mercedes. The M112 uses 2 spark plugs per cylinder, 12 total. A tune-up costs more than a single plug engine, but the dual plug design ensures a cleaner combustion cycle, which is why these engines pass emissions tests at mileages that would fail most modern turbocharged units. Inside, the W202 feels heavy and substantial in a way that modern lightweight vehicles simply don't replicate. The driving position is upright and commanding. The doors close with a solidity that reminds you this car was built when Mercedes still over-engineered everything. One long-term owner, I bought it at 140,000 miles for $3,800. I'm at $224,000 now. I've replaced the brakes, the belts, and the coolant hoses. That's it. What buyers rarely factor in, the C280 holds its value better than comparable W203 models at the same age, because the market knows what long-term owners know. Parts are cheap, widely available, and DIY friendly in a way that no modern Mercedes can claim. The one thing to check, door bottoms and wheel arches for rust. Mercedes used a water-based paint in this era that didn't protect as well as modern coatings. A clean, rust-free example is worth paying a premium for. That said, there's one C-Class model that makes everything we've just said look like the obvious choice. And it's not the one most people would predict. Best one, 2012, 2014 Mercedes-Benz C350, the Goldilocks Mercedes. If you'd asked most C-Class buyers in 2015 which model to buy, they'd have pointed you toward the new W205. Newer technology, better interior, more modern everything. The data points somewhere else entirely. The 2012-2014 W204 facelift C350 is the result of Mercedes doing something it doesn't always do, admitting it got things wrong and fixing them properly. After the reliability concerns of the early W204, Mercedes changed over 1,000 parts for the 2012 refresh, not a cosmetic update. A systematic correction. The interior was revised to feel closer to the E-Class, the electronics were simplified, and the engine was upgraded to the M276 3.5-liter V6. And this is where the story gets interesting. The M276 uses a 60-degree V angle. At 60 degrees, a V6 is inherently balanced. It does not need a balance shaft. The component that destroyed the M272, the gear that wore down and triggered a cascade of failures, simply does not exist in this engine. Mercedes didn't fix the balance shaft problem, they engineered it out of existence. The result is an engine that produces 302 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, hits 60 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds, and has a documented track record of reaching 200,000 miles with nothing but routine maintenance. Average annual maintenance cost on a well-kept example, approximately $700. That's not a typo. That's what this car costs to keep on the road. There is one thing to know before you buy. The W204 uses an electronic steering lock, the ESL. When you insert the key, you should hear a quick, clean zip as the lock releases. If that zip sounds slow, labored, or like it's struggling, the $10 motor inside the steering column is dying. If it fails completely, the car will not start. A dealer repair runs $1,500 to $2,000. Listen for that zip on every test drive. No zip, no buy. Clean examples of the 2012-2014 C350 sit between $12,000 and $16,000 on the used market. A car that originally sold for over $45,000. With S-Class dignity, a naturally aspirated V6 with no known catastrophic failure modes, and a maintenance cost that most economy cars can't beat. One mechanic who works on Mercedes exclusively, when someone asks me what C-Class to buy, I tell them the same thing every time. Find a clean 2012 or 2013 C350. Do the ESL check, buy it, drive it forever. The 2012 C350 is what Mercedes ownership is supposed to feel like, and it costs less than a used pickup truck. Most buyers walk straight past it looking for something newer. That's the mistake. Would you buy a 2012 C350 over a newer W205? Or does the newer tech still pull you towards something else? Drop your honest take below. The Mercedes C-Class can be everything it promises. It just depends entirely on which model you choose and what year you start from. Buy with information, not impulse. This This is Tom from Seats and Wheels. Thanks for watching.